This video is sponsored by Panic Brand. Panic Brand provides apparel and arts to the modern meme machines of 2020. They've got a selection of arts and shirts that you can wear at not ridiculous prices. If you use the link in the description below, you get a discount and we get some kickback for it too. So this is a good way to support your favorite creator, High Tech Low Life, as we can continue to provide you quality content for the future.
All right. This bot is pretty sick, actually. So, welcome to High Tech Low Life. Welcome to the podcast. And today I have my co-hosts Tyrant and Tony Gimp. And today we're going to be talking about nothing in particular, except for a couple of things. So first, I'm going to talk about Anish Kapoor and the color Vanta Black. Have you heard of either of those things?
Oh, yeah, not actually.
No.
So Vanta Black is that one shade of black that absorbs about 99.6% of all light. As a result, when you paint something like that, it looks like a flattened shadow silhouette. You know what I'm saying?
Oh snap!
Okay, I think I've seen that before, but I didn't know what it was called.
Whoa. So Vanta Black was one of the first ones, and Anish Kapoor bought the exclusive rights to use it.
All right.
And I want to get your thoughts on that.
Who is it?
Anish Kapoor. It's spelled ANISH KAPOOR. He is a British Indian sculptor.
Okay.
Nice. So, yeah, basically.
Go ahead.
So basically, as I said, he bought the rights to use Vanta Black exclusively, meaning no other commercial artist is allowed to use it. I'm pretty sure no other artist is allowed to buy it, period.
Oh snap! That's actually really crappy. Being able to have the right to have one color to one person. That's stupid.
Well, thankfully, many different artists protested against that, and so nothing happened, obviously, except a couple of them actually made a new series of black colors called Black 2.0, and now the newest version, Black 3.0, which
why are they trying to?
It's available to anyone except for Anish Kapoor, and they're trying to have the same effect.
What's the deal with people trying to improve on color now? It's silly.
It's not improving on color. It's having different shades of colors that were previous. For an artistic standpoint, people are only as good as they're willing to improve, and if you're not willing to improve on things, then you're no good. So imagine if your favorite YouTuber decided to not up his production values and decided to stay like an amateur YouTuber forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's what makes us human is our drive to improve things. It may not always be possible, but if you're willing to try it, then you're good at that. So next is martial law in California. Have you guys heard of this?
It's like when the military gets to be involved with everything instead of the regular government.
I haven't heard too much about it.
The military has gotten involved in California.
Wow, I haven't heard about much going on in the United States, but I think driving martial law like situations in Europe. I think I read something in Italy, for example, where they're doing martial law stuff.
Italy. If you're outside and not self-isolating in Italy, you will be charged with manslaughter.
Oh yeah,
wow.
It's a guarantee, and My hearts are out to those in California listening. I'm not, and I'd love to visit there, but California. I don't think I can go there right now, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, and also the fact that from what I've heard, it's not that some spots aren't exactly the.
I think you cut out.
What do you say?
I think he cut out.
Yeah, you cut out, man.
Oh yeah. From what I've heard, from some news on California, it's not exactly the best place to go and stay at, anyways.
Well, obviously, yeah, California is extremely expensive,
and plus, it's got like some areas, especially I think San Francisco. It's got like a big homeless person problem, and it got like poop all over the streets and stuff.
Well, I still have to visit San Francisco, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. So next time, so let's talk about the next consoles: Xbox Series X or PS5.
I'm probably gonna stick with the Series X.
Sounds like a pretty good choice.
I'm just gonna stick with my PC. I haven't heard much about the new Xbox. So I've seen like these PS5 controllers around, like these concept images, whatever that's around the internet now. Have you seen them?
Yeah, those are the official renders. Those are what they're actually gonna be like.
Wow.
Be like half half white, half black?
Yeah.
I think it's disgusting looking. It's not visually appealing to me.
Yeah, I think that from a controller design standpoint,
Sony had one job. All they had to do was make it one color.
But it
looks like a stormtrooper about to miss this shot, which is kind of indicative of how console players play shooters. But that's a different story.
But on the lines of like which controller I'd prefer as of right now, I'm probably going to be sticking with Xbox because of familiarity and stuff.
Same.
Yeah, same. The Xbox controller doesn't really change that much, and I think it's as good as it gets right now. Unless they could add motion control like what the PS4 had.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know about the touchpad though. I mean, let's think about it. Most games don't even really. They only use it as like a select because Sony decided to make one of the buttons a dedicated share button instead of just having a different share button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Xbox, the new Xbox Series X controller has a dedicated share button. It's like where the start and select buttons are on the Xbox controller?
Yeah, one of them is for sharing.
No, not on the Xbox. One of them is select. One of them is start.
Yeah.
And the new one has a third button that it makes like an inverted triangle shape if you connect the dots. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'm just not a huge fan of the PS5 controller. It looks ugly. They had one job, and to make it look aesthetically presentable while making and it looks like it's neither.
I've seen a few memes about the PS5 controller, but most of that just feel like I don't want to say like indifferent. It doesn't really concern me because I'm not getting a PlayStation 5 at all. But I just thought pretty much what you say. I guess it is weird looking or with the black and white aesthetic that it has.
Well, think about it. You're a PC gamer. You can use basically whatever controller you want.
Yeah. I have both the PS4 and
there's no exception, and the PS5 controller is no exception. You should, in theory, be able to use it on PC, except it looks ugly as crap, and it probably doesn't feel like it holds well, so no one's going to use it because it sucks. I do think the last major step for the Xbox controller is to add motion controls because I mean, I'm not saying that every FPS game should incorporate like the Splatoon style of like controls, but I'm saying that a lot of people really like that because it really helps improve your aiming, even though it takes a little bit of getting used.
Yeah, but I don't unless we're gonna be getting games for now on that have like motion controls in them. I don't really see much of a reason to try and do that for right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Xbox doesn't have it, so they don't see a reason to include it in a PS4. But like, if you have a Steam controller, or if you use a Steam configurator on PC, you can have those quote unquote motion controls. You can set the gyro to be like a mouse input. Right? All right. So why don't you give us one of your topics?
Okay, let's see. I'm part of a group that we're part of a server where we focus on like leak speak and stuff in gaming community, and it's kind of I wanted to talk about some stuff that's going on involving Resident Evil and some leaks that popped up. Now, for right now, it's kind of rumors and nothing official just yet. So, kind of just take some of this stuff with a grain of salt. But we've had some other stuff happen.
Get to the point, man.
After the main one I wanted to talk about. All right. So very recently we had gotten like some leaks involving Resident Evil 8 that's supposed to be coming out. And a few important bits to note from right here. It was supposed to be Resident Evil 3 Revelations 3, but that's been changed. Those plans have been changed to people not wanting Resident Evil 7 and 8 being far away from each other. Some people have it's reportedly been said that the original Resident Evil 8 was going to be something, is probably being turned into something different. Now let me see through here. Apparently, Chris is going to be in the game, still going to be in the game in some way. And it's supposed to be coming out sometime first quarter of next year, but
I don't really know what to say about all that. Other than RE3, RE8 coming out is going to be a guarantee because there's no way Capcom.
Yeah, but for what I'm seeing here, one Twitter user that's focusing on these leaks, it says that the guy for the protagonist from the 7th game is going to be making a return. We're going to be going back to the whole thing of the game Resident Evil being in first person once again. Let's see. Zombies are going to be making a return, and for some reason they're also bringing in werewolves, which is probably going to be something interesting.
That sounds kind
of. And there's going to be that's going to be a stalker type enemy, you know. So I'm assuming something like how Mr. X and Nemesis were in the remakes, and also whoever the guy was chasing you in Resident Evil 7 is going to be like.
I see.
Okay, so going to another tweet from the same guy. apparently it's supposedly called for right now Resident Evil Village. And apparently the stalker enemy is going to be some sort of a witch type.
Oh, there
it's going to have like a European style setting with hallucinations and everything.
Okay.
And and RE4 style inventory UI. So.
Oh God, I remember that. It's like playing Tetris in your inventory. It's what old Diablo used to be, I think, and it's what Diablo 3 and PC is.
Yeah, but that's kind of what we got for leaks on Resident Evil 8. But very recently, though, right before you announced the date for the podcast, Capcom has apparently greenlit development for Resident Evil 4 remake, but reportedly that's not supposed to be coming out until like 2022. So don't really expect any other news on that until then.
Okay, all right. Next, do you have another topic for us to talk about? Do try to paraphrase the stuff because we are on a time limit.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right, so I also wanted to try and talk about this article right here. A little bit of a fun article to laugh at. About gamers in like 20 years from now.
I've seen the article. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid. But
have you seen the Tyrant?
A topic for me to talk about?
It's the one where it shows like it looks like how future gamers in 20 years are going to look like Neanderthals.
I don't think I've seen that.
Why don't you send him a picture of it?
Drop the link right here.
There isn't really much to say about it besides that's kind of stupid.
Because for one thing, I can at least tell you is that this will probably only apply to people who are like complete shut-in gamers.
Neats and stuff like that. I mean, like, I don't see any pro gamers looking like that. Definitely not. They have to make. Yeah, it's said that you should be healthy so you can game better, so to speak.
Yeah, and this is apparent. And the original article came from a website about like online casinos and stuff. So obviously, this is completely fake news right here.
Why are we even addressing it then? It's a stupid meme. It's a stupid meme article.
Yeah, it's just kind of something silly, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Tyrant, do you have anything you want to talk about? Like, get off your chest right now?
Not really too much, I guess, except from I'm surprised how successful the new Half-Life Alyx is in terms of like many people considering like the new pioneer for like virtual reality games, or like the new like what's this say the new defining game for virtual reality. Something like that.
I'm not that surprised that it became popular because think about it. People have been wanting a new Half-Life for like 10 years now. It's been almost 10 years since the last. It's been almost 10 years since the last real
13
Half-Life
years,
game.
I think.
13 years. It's been 2008. That's when the Orange Box, right?
Yeah, like either 2008 or 2007, like Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
I definitely remember it because I was in middle school when that came out. So Valve knew that people want to the Half-Life. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. We hear you. I heard you.
Oh, that was weird. So, I mean, I think you've heard my point is that Valve should have rightfully just either can it as soon as they could, or just to let people know that it's there. And I'm glad that Half-Life Alyx did well, but I'm just saying that Valve has so many resources. They've been spending it all on making Dota 2 and CSGO the premier esports game. When the people that were at first Valve fans, they did. I mean, like, think about it. You couldn't find two people that were more different than people who like CSGO and people who like Half-Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Valve, within its problem, with some of the problems they tend to have, they're a good company, but it's like there are so many things they could be doing. They could be doing with some of their, trying to get more of their original type. Hey, we're here. Yep.
If not counting Artifact, because no one wanted Artifact, and also no one likes Artifact. It's been 13 years since they've released any sort of like. Actually, no. It's since like Half-Life. I know they released Portal 2 like sometime later. I forget. I think it was like 2012.
Yeah, and I think it's only been like for Team Fortress 2, it's only been like only a couple big updates, but
oh my god.
But as of the past few years, that game hasn't been updated in like ever since like the Jungle Inferno update.
Well, of course.
Can I ask something about TF2?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
The voice actor for the soldier has just passed.
Oh,
no way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He just passed.
Well, dang. I'm sorry to hear. Rest in peace, mate. I liked his voice.
Yeah, that's it.
It sounded very like stereotypical military, but I mean that's kind of what Soldier was. He did a pretty good job.
He was one of my favorite characters in that game to just listen to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it seems that he died from what's currently going on.
Yeah.
From the you know what.
Yeah, from things like that which shall not be named. Voldemort.
Liar.
Man, that sucks.
Man, big rip for that guy.
Well, I guess if they ever make a TF3, they're gonna have to replace him with someone else.
Yeah, man. But I mean, a lot of the cast is like almost irreplaceable.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, in cases like this, they have to be replaced, or else you just don't have a soldier next game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's just a real shame, dude.
Yeah. So, anyways, the next topic I wanted to talk about was the new Warriors.
The new Warriors? Oh,
yeah, the new Warriors 2020 and Marvel.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Like the negative reception was huge for that.
Oh my.
Yeah. So for those of you not in the know, Marvel has a series of comics called the New Warriors, which introduces newer, younger superheroes. And this new edition of the New Warriors is the laughingstock of the entire comic book industry. Even more so than the DC laughingstock, Gotham High.
Oh my god, I got so much to say that I don't.
Okay, but first, hold on, but let me finish. I'm not done yet. So, essentially, the team consists of 4 superheroes. First is a kid called Screen Time, and he's a meme machine that goes on the internet and lives for the internet. And he inhaled some of his grandpa's experimental internet gas. Real backstory.
Yes.
I mean, that's something
real backstory.
And that's something like a 4-year-old would think of.
No,
I guarantee
it's not, because I know 4-year-olds that are more creative than this.
Hey man. And his whole thing is basically like he has access to the entire internet, and
he's basically one of those Google Glass buttholes, but like that's his superpower.
just don't tell him about Siri then, because he's probably good. He's probably gonna be out of a job.
We don't even know if. Well, he's already. Well, he shouldn't even have a job. But let's think. And then the next one. Hold on. The next one is called Pathfinder. No, Trailblazer.
Trailblazer.
So she is like she's like a teenager that's like more cool, I guess. What's the word? She's more big body.
She's
sort of.
She's heavy. Just say she's something. I'd say maybe.
Well,
All
right, but but back to it. So her power is she has a magic backpack that's secretly a backpack to another dimension. So she can basically hold infinite stuff.
So basically just backpack from Dora the Explorer.
I mean, yeah, and she's basically Dora the Explorer. She's like also Hispanic too.
My thing is like she doesn't exactly call to me as like someone who should. She's probably one of the few people you wouldn't consider like a superhero from appearances alone. I mean, we're supposed when it comes to superheroes and stuff, it's like,
she doesn't really sell it. But I think the most controversial heroes are the last two that I'm about to talk about. One of them is I think everyone knows this, but one of them is named Snowflake, and the other one is named Safe Space. So Snowflake is a character who can shoot. Who's I guess. I forget which one. No, yeah. Snowflake is the non-binary one that can shoot snowflakes as like shurikens.
Yeesh! This is
okay. All right, that's an actual power that can attack people. But then the other guy is Safe Space, where he can protect people only when he's protecting others. So,
but what if you're?
It sounds kind of vague to me, but it seems as though Safe Space is completely useless in all play.
I mean, if you took away that nerfing of his power, nerfing that's limiting his powers and stuff, it might make him a little more viable as a team member. But that's just it's just a stupid limit, And Snowflake.
Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about why these characters this entire thing is hated so much. For starters, those two characters are probably the biggest. Because think about it, those names are explicitly derogatory. Or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
like if you're a snowflake, you're like a freak or a loner that does that, like gets your feelings hurt easily because, well, I mean, that's just what it is. And a safe space is like basically a hug box for the snowflakes to kind so safe space. I guess they say that it's away from reality, and I understand the authors. So the author's intention is to take these words and make them take, I guess, quote unquote, take them back. What they've done is they've basically written like LGBT characters.
Yeah, just kind of like virtue signaling, trying to be like, oh, our characters
virtue signaling,
trying to be like, oh, our cast is so diverse, but the whole thing just ends up flying flat in your face.
And I mean, think about it. Man, the comic book industry is actually doing really badly. Mostly in part to what's happening in the world, but also by both Marvel and DC and probably go all digital eventually.
Yeah, that's probably going to be like the end of all like comic book shops.
But think about it though. It's not as though people aren't going in and buying these graphic novels. Like, think about it. Manga. Manga's really popular. Manga's more popular than ever. And superheroes aren't out of date. They're in trending, judging by My Hero Academia is popular, considered to be one of the new big three.
But the big difference here, it's like with My Hero Academia and also One Punch Man, they're all like about giving us good characters, really great story, and big time action. With what I've seen with some of Marvel and DC, it's like not very good storytelling on their part. Trying to boost up characters while putting down a lot of the original cast, like killing off.
I just want to say that My Hero and One Punch Man are very different works. They serve very different purposes, which is why One Punch Man works the way it does, because it's a parody. It's a parody of superheroes. It's a parody of anime, manga, shonen, jump stuff. But that's why it works so well. And My Hero is more or less shonen, but it's anime. It's superheroes and anime in high school. It's everything. It's everything Japan and the modern teenager wants.
Yeah, they get it.
And I mean, it's a huge disappointment.
We also have
Marvel to approve this. It really tells me a lot. I don't want to be that guy, but it really tells me a lot about Marvel's political agenda. Really.
Well, I thought that's what I was thinking a little bit. Like it feels weird to say, but it's just like Marvel just wants to tell their political agenda rather than what manga. I guess.
I mean, it's okay if you got something to say when it comes to politics and stuff. You gotta make sure that you got good storytelling. You gotta make sure you have the product first before you put the politics in.
Yeah.
We got plenty of other stuff in media that has had political messages in the past, but
the way Marvel's doing it, that's literally impossible for them to do without just not having this thing exist to begin. You'd have to scrap the last two characters and replace them,
and then,
or retool them, rename them, just basically do whatever to disassociate it.
And I think it's also going to be a thing of on a writing standpoint. Even the only other character there is that probably seems like he's not going to be as bad as the others is B negative, who is the vampire who ends up getting something who's basically Morbius, but as an edgy teenage vampire, kind of.
B negative really doesn't sound that bad. It sounds like it sounds like he should be a villain instead.
But to me, he just kind of looks like the typical, I'm going to be the edgy teenager now.
Dude, edgy teenagers are so badass. You don't even understand, man. Oh my god. No, but really though, he's probably the best character. No lie.
Yeah.
As much of a meme machine I am, I can't stand meme machines. I really can't.
And I think they're gonna leave screen time as the meme guy control. Who ends up.
He's gonna be mission control, and he's gonna be the meme machine. He's gonna stop.
Basically 90% of whatever comedy ends up coming out of these characters.
It's gonna be him starting some ancient meme.
Yeah, old school, old dead memes from early 2000, 2010s or something.
Yeah,
Like-
no, like even no, like older because
Oh,
these writers, man, they can't they want to try to identify with the hip young comic book reading crowd, so they have to go and like use their memes, the Carmel Johnson,
course
Rick
that's-
rolling. What?
yeah, we should.
Oh
I
man,
think we
do
all-
you guys know where Carmel Johnson originates from?
Sweden or something?
There's two parts. The song, yes, is from Sweden, but it's actually the song is actually a Speedy Cake remix by Speedy Cake.
Hmm.
The actual song itself that was released in Sweden is like a pop song. It's also a lot slower sound,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't sound like chipmunks singing. And do you know where the animation comes from?
No idea.
No.
How about you? Oh man, it's some sort of forbidden. It's some sort of forbidden lore. If I tell you it, it's gonna ruin your lives forever.
Well, it's obviously anime inspired, but where would it be? What?
It's from a game called Popotan from like
Popotan.
2003.
From what?
It's from the opening from a game called Popotan.
Okay.
You can take a guess as to what kind of game that is.
Hentai?
Yep.
Huh.
Ew. Spicy. Things about to get spicy up here in the high tech low life.
Okay, but I think that's about it. I'm gonna have to call it quits right here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us if you're listening to us right now. And well, we'll set up another time to do the podcast. Until
All right.
then, say bye to the viewers, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.